tournament. And now we'll start our starting lineups.
See how that blue t-shirt right there?
As long as they,
Without any real greenies.
only all,
Right.
only all.
At guard receiving, number 1, Jalen Warren. At guard receiving, number 10, Jack Bradford. At guard spot receiving, number 21, Michael Lakers. At guard receiving, number 22, Jonathan Efford. And at forward, a junior, number 22, Alex Sherwood.
Oh, okay.
He didn't fuck
The Germans of Ave Maria, coached by Ivan Copeland. And now for your Eagles of Reinhardt, Jim Bushwick. Red shirt, junior point guard, number 1, Adrian Shaw. Red shirt sophomore guard, number 4, Nikolai Fisher. And for the senior, number 10, Derek Brown. And for the junior, number 13, Dylan Forward. And the red shirt sophomore point guard, number 23, Jackson Sosa. Leader of the Reinhardt coach, first year coach, line coach, Richard Morgan, associate Philip Bowen, graduate assistant Bryce Spencer, and Ryan Louis.
Welcome everyone to Game 2 of the Canyons Classic here in the Brown Athletic Center. We are live in Waleska, Georgia. My name is Lorenzo Robinson. I will be here with you for this non-conference clash between the 15th ranked Ave Maria Gyrenes and the host institution of the Canyons Classic, the Reinhardt Eagles. Already an early storyline to watch for Reinhardt. Reinhardt's best player, number 3, T. Williams, their best returning player, currently sidelined with a lower body injury. So we will see what Reinhardt's going to be able to do in his absence. The 5 for the Eagles, Shaw, Fisher, Brown, Fullwood, and Souza. The 5 for the Gyrenes, White, Watkins, Clakus, Efforts, and Sherwood. Should be a ton of fun in this one. Of course, the 15th ranked Gyrenes trying to have a very similar story to what they were able to do last season. Last season, the Gyrenes, they were the Sun Conference champion, made it to the NAIA National Tournament, and won a game there as well. And an early turnover for the Gyrenes, Jonathan Efforts stepping on the line. Ave Maria last season, 25-7. And they returned some talent from that team as well. Jack Watkins, one of their starting guards, as well as Michael Clakus. Those are going to be the 2 guys tasked with leading them back to the NAIA National Tournament. Derek Brown, speaking of turning, a turnaround jumper for Derek Brown goes. The Eagles strike first blood. Meanwhile, Reinhardt, this is the 3rd game of the Richard Morgan era. Richard Morgan coming over to Reinhardt from Bluefield University. 3-pointer, Clakus, it goes. Jonathan Efforts from downtown. Reinhardt pushing it ahead. And the lob from Brown finished by Dylan Fullwood. Fullwood, the junior from Savannah, Georgia, in his first season in a Reinhardt uniform. Jack Watkins thought about a 3, thinks better of it. Another jumper and a foul. Jonathan Efforts aggressive early on. The Reinhardt Eagles in the first season of the Richard Morgan era. It started earlier this week. Reinhardt took a trip to Kentucky, played against the 2 teams along Highway 85, the Campbellsville Tigers and the Lindsey Wilson Blue Raiders. Reinhardt coming up short in both contests. A little bit of a carryover after that first game against Campbellsville. They lost 72-61 to Campbellsville, lost 76-47 against Lindsey Wilson. So still looking for their first win of the season. Meanwhile, the Gyrenes, they've started the year perfect. They're 3-0, coming off of an 87-78 victory against Thomas University. The putback is successful for Alex Sherwood. Early 7-4 lead for the Gyrenes, and now they're pressing. Ball gets tipped off of the leg of Jackson Souza. The ball will return to the Gyrenes. Again, Reinhardt playing without the services of T. Williams, so who's going to be the guys that step up in his absence? A guy like Nakai Fisher, who's been around for a long time, someone who's very capable of making plays. Three-point jumper won't go. The big man, Alex Sherwood, had some space. Clakus working in the post, hits Watkins. Back to Clakus. Clakus trying to work on Fisher. Jack Watkins for three. Knocks it down. And you can tell what the game plan is going to be for the Ave Maria Gyrenes. They want to try to take advantage of some space along the perimeter. Early 6-point lead for the Gyrenes. Hit ahead pass to Derek Brown. Retrieves it in the corner. He's going to hit Shaw. Ball gets tipped away and stolen. Pass, layup, good. Ave Maria making good on the transition opportunity. Efforts hitting White, who finishes the lay-in. Now Souza trying to push the tempo. Jackson Souza now his third start of the season. Didn't play a ton last year for Reinhardt, but figures to be a fixture in this season's lineup. Shaw with the board and the finish. A.J. Shaw, the shortest man on the court, coming away with the board, and that pass was intended for Jalen White. He had no idea. Ball is going back to the Reinhardt Eagles. Big group substitution for Ave Maria. We don't see a ton of this in basketball, going with these 5-for-5 platoon-like subs, but it's going to be a completely different 5-man group in for the Gyrenes. Gyrenes coached by Jamon Copeland. A.J. Shaw going to work against Mitchell Lee. Now Souza, Fader, in and out. Rebound goes to Lee. Derek Brown has the steal. The pass off the rim. Tried to go for Fullwood in the lob. Was not successful. Ave Maria, they want to try to push the pace and take advantage of the Eagles from the perimeter. Another three-point attempt. This one won't fall. The miss from Bradley Alcine. Shaw inside, it's good. A.J. Shaw making his presence felt early. The scoop lay-in falls. Eagles cut the lead to 4. Timeout, Jamon Copeland wants to have a conversation with his ball club. No, it's not going to be a timeout. It's going to be an official timeout. Might have been a clock malfunction. 16:38 remaining. The Reinhardt Eagles trailing the Ave Maria Gyrenes 12-8. Marlon Bennett with the ball working against Nakai Fisher. Inside the layup, off the mark for efforts. Putback won't fall. Third chance, and this one will go. Number 12, Bradley Alcimi, finishing inside. Reinhardt playing without a traditional 5-man in the middle. Nakai Fisher going to work. Fisher floats. It doesn't fall. Reinhardt, they have a lot of long, lanky guys, but no real true dominant presence in the paint. But it doesn't matter because Jonathan Efforts is feeling it. He knocks down another 3-ball. Ave Maria taking advantage of the Eagles from the perimeter. It's all Gyrenes early. The Ave Maria Gyrenes, the 15th ranked team in the country, showing why they are going to be a force to be reckoned with down there in the Sun Conference. Right now, Ave Maria ahead 17-8 against the host institution of our Canyons Classic, the Reinhardt Eagles. Reinhardt, they need to try to find a way to build some momentum. This Ave Maria press is doing its job, turning the Eagles over. Ball will go back to the Gyrenes. It's all Ave Maria early on. Bennett going to work against Shaw, step through but can't get it to fall. It's loose with Tucker Lau entering the game. He has it for Reinhardt. Lau dumping it down to Fullwood. Fullwood working in the post, trying to make a move and hits the layup. Fullwood working hard down low and finishing inside. Mitchell Lee going to work. Kick out. Step back. The J is true. Daniel Russo knocking it down. 20-10, Gyrenes doubling up the Eagles. Brown to Lau. Lau for the pull-up. His shot doesn't fall. Jonathan Efforts bringing it across the timeline. The pace is moving fast, and the Gyrenes are in control. Spin, kick, three, won't go. Ave Maria now taking almost exclusively long-range shot attempts. They believe that they can create great looks against this Reinhardt basketball team. And you can see over there Coach Jamon Copeland trying to implore his team to get up on these ball handlers. Another turnover from the Reinhardt Eagles, and we're going to have our first official timeout of the game, the under-16 timeout. Reinhardt, they need to try to find a way to build some momentum. All Gyrenes early, Eagles reeling. Getting set to resume play here at the Brown Athletic Center. The Reinhardt Eagles currently being doubled up against the Ave Maria Gyrenes. It's 20-10, advantage Ave Maria. Bringing it across the timeline is Jalen White, reinserted into the game. The shot is good. Ave Maria is doing work from beyond the arc. Number 10, Jack Watkins hits the three. Gyrenes up 23-10, and this Ave Maria press is unforgiving. Reinhardt having trouble getting the ball across half court. Number 32, Ariel Jones has it. Jones going to work. Jones inside, loses it. Ave Maria now going back to work on offense. Hit to Watkins. Watkins in the corner. The lay-in will not go, but the rebound and the putback will not go as well. Third chance. Score and one more. Number 3, Bradley Michelle. Ave Maria in control, 25-10. The 15th ranked team in the country taking it straight to the host institution at their own place here in game 2 of the Canyons Classic. Free throw won't fall. New man in the game for the Eagles. Andre Pantlitz, the center. And we're going to get a foul on Dylan Fullwood in the front court. technical foul on Dylan Fullwood. Reinhardt, they got to try to keep their head in this situation. Already trailing now by 15. The last thing that you can do, especially against a team with as much talent as Ave Maria, you cannot give them free points. You cannot give them free chances at the line. Right now, it is all Gyrenes. Jalen White, a chance to add insult to injury. White's free throw is good. It's going to be two new guys in the game. Fullwood and Souza will sit. Nakai Fisher and Blake Seats. First time we'll see Blake Seats in this game. Pardon me, Blake Sites. I know that his family would definitely be disappointed in me for messing up his name. Blake Sites. This was a conversation I had with his family last season. Sites an uber athletic player for this Reinhardt team. Very versatile as well. Can hit the three ball, can attack and finish inside. Can also defend 1 through 5 for Reinhardt. Jalen White can't get the second free throw to fall. Ave Maria ahead by 16 against the Reinhardt Eagles. 13 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the first half. Again, Reinhardt, they are in need of a momentum swing. They are in need of a play to get them going. Last season, the man who shifted energy for them time and time again was Brazen James. He's no longer on campus. Who's going to be that player for them? No Brazen James. T. Williams out with an injury. Someone is going to have to step up and carry the load for this Reinhardt basketball club. Eagles can't inbound it. Timeout called. Coach Morgan's going to have a lot to say with his basketball group. 26-10. Gyrenes out in front. Set to resume play. That Ave Maria press has given the Eagles trouble so far in this first half. And here it is again, trapping Nakai Fisher. He's in the danger zone. He kicks it out. Arail Jones was able to find a way to get out of trouble. Lau, top of the key, going into the paint. Sights for three. Can't get it to go. Reinhardt's offense discombobulated and disjointed. Ave Maria getting anything they want on the other end. The pass to Michelle. Michelle going to work. Tucker Lau drawing the offensive foul. You see Tucker Lau flashing a bit of a smile there. The much bigger Michael Klakis was trying to go to work on Lau. Lau not afraid to mix it up with the bigger body. He's a very effective point of attack defender. Able to draw the offensive foul. 26-10, Ave Maria still out in front. Again, Reinhardt looking for a way to build momentum, trying to just inbound the basketball. Arail Jones now has it, and he brings it across the timeline for the Eagles. Fisher in the corner, three ball. Nakai Fisher can't get it to fall. Klakis with the board, and here come the Gyrenes. Jalen White with it at the top of the key. Watkins working on Jones. Now it's Jalen White. Klakis thought about a three. Three ball. It goes! 4-point play opportunity. A score and one more for Bradley Michelle. 29-10, Ave Maria. Dominant so far in the first half against the Reinhardt Eagles.
Number 3, shooting one.
It has been a nightmarish start to the game for Reinhardt. They have struggled getting the ball across half court due to this Ave Maria press. On the other end, it has been a barrage of three-pointers. Arreo Jones inbounding once more. Souza has it now. He's in the danger zone. That coffin corner. And a foul call there. Very nearly an interception from Bradley Michel. Instead, he will be called with the foul. Too much contact going up against Nakai Fisher. Jones trying to inbound it. Souza attempting to save it. He throws it away. Yet another Reinhardt turnover. A nice contingent of Reinhardt fans here on campus. But so far they have not had much to cheer about as the Reinhardt Eagles are trailing by 20 here in the first half. Watkins trying to inbound, tipped away by Nakai Fisher. Ball will remain with the Gyrenes. Dylan Fullwood back into the game. Tucker Lau is going to take a seat. The 5 for the Eagles: Seitz, Pantlitz, Fisher, Fullwood, and Souza. Hitting Sherwood. Sherwood going to work in the post. He's now being doubled. The kick out. The 3. It doesn't go. Rebound, Michel. Second chance for the Gyrenes. Great pass from Klakis. Watkins, Klakis, the 3. No good. And another old board, but they turn it over. Pantlitz on the ground for it. So now Jones bringing it across the timeline. Eagles in need of something to stop the bleeding. The shot from Fullwood is good. Just what the doctor ordered for Reinhardt. The mid-range jumper goes down. Rejected by Dylan Fullwood, getting it done on the other end. Dylan Fullwood trying to spark his team. Hitting the mid-range jump shot and then on defense with the rejection. Overall, you want to see Reinhardt pick up some of the energy. A.J. Shaw gets called for the blocking foul. It's going to be a score with a chance for one more. Marlon Bennett going to the line with a chance at a three-point play. Bennett is 6'4". He got to work against A.J. Shaw, who's listed at 6'2". He took advantage of what he perceived to be a mismatch. Old board for Ave Maria after the missed free throw. The 3 ball is not going down for Ave Maria this time. And possession in favor of the Eagles. Gyrenes, 18 of their 32 points have come from 3. If you take away their 2s and only look at their 3-pointers, Ave Maria would be ahead 18-12. It's been that type of night for them shooting from deep. Eagles again struggling with the press. Fisher leaves the ball behind. Ball will go back to the Gyrenes. You can tell the Eagles are a bit jittery due to this press. They're sped up. The offense just has not been able to find its rhythm. Going to work is Bennett. He loses the ball. Newly inserted into the game for the Reinhardt Eagles, number 24, David Freeman. Freeman, the 6'5" forward. Covington, Georgia native. An alum of Newton High School. So he enters again. Coach Morgan just doing anything he can to see if he can create a spark for his team. Step back 3 ball won't go down. Fullwood throwing it off of the foot of number 14, Daniele Russo. So Coach Morgan hoping that Freeman can come in and provide a spark. Eagles still struggling to not only get the ball across half court, but just simply get it in play. Freeman loses it, and they're going to call a foul. Freeman lost the basketball, but he was being held up from being able to retrieve it. 32-12, Ave Maria in total control of this one. The 15th ranked team in the country, dominant here in Waleska. Game 2 of the inaugural Canyons Classic. And right now, the host institution is firmly on the ropes. Souza to Shaw. Shaw getting it across. Shaw on the move, throwing it up. Forward, leaves it short. Ave Maria now bringing it up. Dylan Forward could not finish that lob attempt. Attacking the kick. Another one. Bennett for three. No good. Rebound, Derek Brown, who reinserts into the game. Now it's Nakai Fisher. Brown for three. It goes. Derek Brown from downtown. Eagles cut the lead to 17. Derek Brown is a forward, but he is very capable of shooting from beyond the arc. And now the Eagles picking up some intensity. Derek Brown trying to play defense, but cannot stop Al-Simi, who finishes with the lay-in. 34-15. Fisher in that coffin corner. Shaw hitting Souza ahead. Souza for the jumper. In and out. Marlon Bennett going to work against Shaw. Decelerating and finishing with the lay-in. Bennett believes that he can take Shaw to the rim anytime he wants. Brown, another long-range jumper. This time it doesn't fall. Efforts bringing it up. Bennett again working on Shaw. The bump, the kick, the three, it's short. The pace has been fast and furious between these two sides. Reinhardt trying to slow it back down. Shaw, the float. It's not good. Bennett pulls. And you can tell now the pace starting to affect both teams. A lot of jumpers being put up on both sides. Not much offense being ran either way. Forward gets it in the post. The midi, this one won't fall. He leaves it short. Expect a timeout coming up soon. Both teams gasping for air right now, trying to catch their collective breaths. The kick, the three, no good. Now Nakai Fisher. Inside, finishing. A ton of contact there. No call, but Nakai Fisher going up strong and finishing with the lay-in. Jonathan Efforts trying to bring it up. Two of his teammates still in the backcourt. Open jumper, Marlon Bennett. Does not go down, and the rebound for Derek Brown. Shaw bringing it up. Fisher in the corner. Souza on the wing. Jackson Souza puts it in for the Reinhardt Eagles. Reinhardt, they have some life, folks. We'll see what can happen. 36-20. Gyrene's up 16. The Eagles in the midst of a surge. Set to resume play. Ave Maria ahead by 16, but Reinhardt, they may have found some life. Jalen White going to work against Jones. The kick, what a pass. Inside, the take, the foul. That was a late whistle right there. It was a tremendous attack of the basket. Christian Piquet got all the way downhill, got a paint touch. Was not able to get it to go, but he will go to the line for 2 freebies. Pickus hits the first. And he hits the second. 18-point game. Andre Pantlitz back in. Pantlitz, a Canadian. Some Canadian flavor on this Reinhardt basketball team. Listed at 6'9", the tallest player on the court for the Eagles. A.J. Shaw bringing it up. So now Reinhardt trying to run some offense here. Not a ton of high percentage looks for the Eagles so far in this game. The defense has been sticking for Ave Maria. Jones trying his best to make something happen, but he can't do it. It's thrown away. Great pass, great finish. Jalen White off the hit-ahead pass. Ave Maria once more doubling up the Eagles. It's 40-20. Souza saves it, but throws it away. Mitchell Lee, the spin, the pass, the lay-in is good, but they're going to say that Mitchell Lee took too many steps. It's a turnover. Ball will go back to the home team, the Reinhardt Eagles. This press of Ave Maria has really given the Eagles trouble, but once the Eagles have been able to break the press, Reinhardt still having trouble finding much room against Ave Maria. Their perimeter defense has been phenomenal. You can tell they're making a concerted effort to keep Reinhardt away from the middle of the floor. Tucker Lau has it. Jalen White down on the other side of the floor. Ave Maria is playing 5-on-4. Reinhardt takes advantage with the Tucker Lau 3. Jalen White holding that left leg. You do not like to see that. We're going to check on Jalen White. Jalen White from formerly Davis and Elkins College, native of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So they're going to check on White. We're going to step away. So Jalen White's making his way off the floor. You definitely don't want to see players falling to injuries, especially so early in the season. Even more so a senior in Jalen White. Stolen by Ariel Jones. Pass to A.J. Shaw. Eagles down by 17. Pantlitz calling for him to take the screen. Someone has to make a play for Reinhardt. Jones to Fullwood, Fullwood to Jay. It won't fall. But Pantlitz, we're seeing that size go used very well by Pantlitz, trying to make his way. He's the tallest player on the floor. Right now, Reinhardt has the two tallest players on the floor. Pantlitz at 6'9", Dylan Fullwood at 6'7". Ave Maria surrendering some inches against them, so maybe the Eagles can utilize that at their disposal. Tucker Lau in the coffin corner. And you can hear Jamon Copeland saying ball pressure. He wants the Eagles to feel that pressure every single moment they have it. And that pressure burst pipes Ave Maria. The chaos they're causing defensively right now is suffocating the Eagles. 40-23, and Ave Maria forcing yet another turnover. Right now, Reinhardt going with their own version of a press. Gyrenes break it. The three doesn't fall. Coach Morgan trying something different, trying to go with a press there. Ave Maria was able to break it, but we'll see if Reinhardt sticks with it throughout this game. Shaw all the way to the cup, but leaves the layup on the left side. Jones pull-up jumper, doesn't go. Rebound, skying all the way up above the crowd was Christian Piquet. Christian Piquet is 6'2". Folks, Andre Pantlitz at 6'9" and Dylan Fullwood at 6'7" are the two tallest players on the floor. Christian Piquet skying above the trees to come up with that one. He also drew a foul. Ave Maria now in the 1-and-1. 5 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the first half. The hometown Reinhardt Eagles down big against the Gyrenes. First free throw does not go. Newly inserted into the game is Trent Cothran for the Reinhardt Eagles. Trent Cothran, the freshman from Rome, Georgia, formerly of Armucci High School. So Aurel Jones going to work. Pass to Fisher. Fisher from the corner. Won't go. It's been that type of game for the Eagles. Finally able to find a good look, but it just doesn't go their way. Nice defense from Reinhardt. Ends up in the hands of Pantlitz. Tucker Lau. Jones inside, drawing a ton of contact. Hits the floor and a foul. You can see the coaches of the Gyrenes trying to hold their hands straight up. They're saying that their player has the right to verticality. The foul was called due to the body contact. Timeout on the floor, 40-23. 15th ranked team in the country, showing just why they are a top 25 opponent. Welcome back to the Brown Athletics Center here in Waleska, Georgia. The Reinhardt Eagles trailing the Ave Maria Gyrenes by a score of 40-23. Reinhardt attempting to find some kind of way to build some momentum. Ave Maria, they've been pressing on every made basket. Also, their ball pressure has been phenomenal. Again, you can tell that they're trying to employ a no-middle style of defense. Reinhardt not finding many driving lanes to work with. Eagles also haven't been able to find much consistent success from beyond the arc. They're 3 of 12 from 3. Ave Maria, they've been the more aggressive team on both sides of the basketball. They've hit 6 threes to Reinhardt's 3. Also 11 free throw attempts to Reinhardt's 1. So Bennett's going to work against Nakai Fisher. Ave Maria knocking down the 3 ball at a nice clip. But Tucker Lau steals this one off the foot of Efforts. Lau inside, can't get it to fall, but Penslitz is there for the follow. 40-26. Reinhardt cuts the lead to just 14. Nakai Fisher going to work on the perimeter. Inside Efforts, knocked away by Jones off the foot of Efforts. Ball will go back to the Reinhardt Eagles, and you can hear the Reinhardt faithful starting to make their presence felt here. A few nice plays may have woken up this Eagle fan base. Reinhardt trying to beat the press. Fisher calms it down. Arreo Jones going to work. Two freshmen on the floor in Jones and Cothran for the Eagles. Pantlitz, the drop step. The shot is true. Andre Pantlitz with the baby hook. 40-28. Efforts trying to work against Jones. Gives it to Fisher. Fisher guarding Bennett. He's been playing tremendous defense against Bennett on these last few possessions. The matchup yet again. Bennett working against Fisher. Efforts working against Jones. Jones, great defense. Down low, the shot won't fall. Good defense from Pantlitz and the board. Pantlitz fighting inside. The Reinhardt Eagles are starting to build some momentum here in Waleska, Georgia. This crowd is starting to get behind the team, and usually that's what happens here in the Brown Athletics Center. When the Reinhardt Eagles make a few plays here, a few plays there, that crowd can carry them the rest of the way. Ave Maria didn't give them much to cheer about, but now the Eagles trying to ride the wave of momentum. Arreo Jones being guarded by Marlon Bennett. Fisher on the wing, thought about a 3. Lau. Cothran. Trenton Cothran leaves it short. Ave Maria now at the mercy of an 8-0 Reinhardt run. This pass goes to nobody. Eagle basketball. Klakis back in the game, as well as Jack Watkins for Ave Maria. That press, Tucker Lau in the coffin corner, gives it to Jones. Reinhardt trying to play with a bit more pace on offense. You can tell they're working harder to beat this press. Those guards trying to utilize their dribbles. Pantlitz almost loses the basketball, but he does lose his pivot foot. That's too many steps. The ball will go back to the Gyrenes. And despite the travel from Pantlitz, he's given Reinhardt some nice energy here in his minutes off the bench. 6'9" forward, making his presence felt on offense and defense. Guarding Klakis here, the kick out, the 3 doesn't go. Ave Maria has now missed their last 9, but Klakis all alone in the paint for the lay-in. A push here from Jonathan Efforts. Ave Maria, they're playing very aggressively defensively. You can tell with the intensity that their head coach, Jamon Copeland, is currently sporting on the sidelines, that Ave Maria, they match the intensity of their coach, so their defense has been very physical on the perimeter. Right there, a bit too physical. 1-1 for Tucker Lau. Last season, Tucker Lau was one of the best free throw shooters in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Lau, yes, hits the first of two.
Come on, Blue.
42-29, Reinhardt grinding their way back into this ball game. Second one doesn't fall for Tucker Lau. Nonetheless, Eagles in the midst of a 9-2 run. Watkins has it, going up against Lau. Giving it to White. Pantlitz almost steals it. Corner, Klakis, no good. 10 consecutive three-point misses from Ave Maria. The hit ahead to Cothran, rejection from Jack Watkins. Jack Watkins says no. Trenton Cothran thought he had some space. Jack Watkins closed it off quick, fast, and in a hurry. 42-29, Gyrene's out in front. Arreo Jones. We're gonna get a moving screen call here on the Eagles. Trenton Cothran was called for. He may have moved a little bit while setting that off-ball screen. Eagles have cut the lead to 13. Klakis has some room right into the chest of Sights, and it doesn't fall. But Jones being trapped, we're gonna get a push. That foul going up against number 22, Jonathan Efforts. Check that, they're gonna call it on number 1, Jalen White. One minute, 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. Reinhardt, they went down by as much as 20, but they've done a nice job of battling back.
1-1.
Jones at the free throw line. Jones, a freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina. It's 42-30. And not only did Andre Pantlitz make his presence felt on the court, but he's also a very vocal member of the team from the bench, telling his team to stay in it, stay focused, the long game ahead of them. You can tell he's going to be a phenomenal addition to this year's Reinhardt basketball team. Klakis almost could have been called for a walk there. Instead, it's going to be Jalen White working against Jones. White passing it. Watkins, top of the key. 11 straight misses from deep for Ave Maria. They started 6 of 11, and they have not hit a 3 since. Gyrenes have gone cold, lived by the 3 early, dying by the 3 right now. Jones trying to get to work against Watkins. Sights making a move, finishes the hoop and the horn for Blake Sights. A score and one more. Reinhardt cutting the lead to single digits. Reinhardt has battled all the way back against the 15th ranked team in the country. They have now cut the lead to just 9. Blake Sights made a nice move in the post, facing up, taking it off the dribble, and getting the reverse lay-in to fall. Has a chance to draw the Eagles even closer. Leaves it short. 42-33. Jackson Souza back into the game, and he's full court pressuring Jonathan Efforts. You can tell Reinhardt's energy has certainly picked up as this second half has continued. As this first half has continued, pardon me. It's my first game back, folks. Sorry about that. Watkins going to work against Nakai Fisher in the corner. The 3 ball, it doesn't fall. Ave Maria, 13 consecutive long-range misses. Reinhardt taking advantage and battling back. The Gyrenes were up by as much as 20, but now after one half of play, it's Ave Maria 42, Reinhardt 33. Stay tuned for the second half. Can Ave Maria put the finishing touches on a victory, or can Reinhardt come storming back and defending home court? Welcome back to Waleska, Georgia, here in Game 2 of our inaugural Canyons Classic. The Brown Athletic Center is the scene for this non-conference matchup. The 15th-ranked Ave Maria Gyrenes were up by as much as 20 against the Reinhardt Eagles, but Reinhardt able to battle all the way back. They have cut the lead to single digits. It's 42-33, and the Eagles have possession to begin the second half. Kai Fisher inbounding to A.J. Shaw. Reinhardt battling back, finding some momentum. The onus will be on them to continue that momentum here in the second half. Jackson Souza going to work. Derek Brown in the post, he's going to hit him. But Brown loses his footing. Efforts, the pass, Watkins the lay-in. And that possession looked very similar to the possessions that we saw in the first half. Ave Maria, so much ball pressure. Eagles not able to shake those Ave Maria defenders, and then a turnover to boot. Jonathan Efforts, another foul. He's been very effective on the perimeter as a defender. You do open yourself up to getting some of those type of ticky-tack foul calls whenever you're being as aggressive as he is, pressuring the basketball. Now he's picking up A.J. Shaw, and Shaw leaves it behind. Watkins has it, and Watkins another easy lay-in. 2 consecutive easy buckets for Ave Maria. Head coach Richard Morgan wants to have a conversation with his ball club. Reinhardt cut the lead to single digits, but just like that, the Gyrenes have gone back out in front. They have a 13-point lead. Reinhardt battled back in the end of the first half to get themselves within single digits. After 2 buckets, Ave Maria have stretched the lead back out to 13. A.J. Shaw trying to go to work. Souza with it. Souza pull up J. No good. But he gets it back. Reinhardt, a new lease on life, a second chance. It gets knocked away. That defense is smothering for Ave Maria. 5 guys defending on a string, flying around, switching, covering, helping. And we see there again, those active hands for the Ave Maria Gyrenes. And you could tell those Reinhardt ball handlers, they are hearing footsteps every time they put the ball on the ground. They know that there's another man coming to try to knock the ball away. This one gets tipped up and stolen by Watkins. Another turnover. Efforts for 3. No good. Rebound Bennett. Second chance opportunity here for the Gyrenes. So now Ave Maria is going to slow it down. They haven't done that a ton. Want to try to find the best shot here. Efforts loses the basketball. Shaw corrals it. Pass to Fullwood. Fullwood makes a move. Shot is up and no good, but a foul. Ave Maria, those defenders again doing a tremendous job. Very active hands, consistent ball pressure. That has been the name of the game for Ave Maria, that consistent ball pressure, making life very hard on those ball handlers of Reinhardt. Fullwood's first shot is true. Pantlitz back into the game. Derek Brown will take a seat. Pantlitz in his first shift in the first half was phenomenal off the bench. He really shifted the energy for the Eagles. He was just what they needed. We'll see what he can do here in the second. Fullwood, a perfect trip at the line. 11-point game. Efforts trying to work against Souza. Watkins, no good. A rebound, Klakis. A lot of offensive rebounds going Ave Maria's way in this one. Bennett trying to work against Fisher. The lay-in won't go for Sherwood, but a third chance for Ave Maria. This one doesn't go as well. Ball loose on the floor. Jump ball, possession arrow in favor of the Gyrenes. So Ave Maria will have a fourth chance. Ave Maria with their fourth chance to make something happen. Klakis for three, won't fall. A fifth chance for Ave Maria. The commonly used stat is second chance points. I don't know if fifth chance points is something that we usually go to. That's probably more of an ESPN stat, a second spectrum stat. Nonetheless, Ave Maria, they will have their fifth chance to put points on the board on this possession. Three ball, it goes. Turns out 5 times the charm for the Gyrenes. They extend their lead to 14. Nakai Fisher stuck in the coffin corner. Hit Souza to get out of it. Shaw bringing it across. Fisher with it. The hop step. The J doesn't fall. And now this is the tempo that Ave Maria played when it got out of hand in that first half, dictating things on both sides. Step back jumper goes, knocks it down. Jonathan Efforts with the step back three. It's 52-35 advantage Gyrenes, and that press again making it hard on the Eagles. But when it slows back down, the ball pressure also doing the same job. Seitz thought about a three but thinks better of it. And now when a team like Ave Maria starts to sink their teeth into you defensively, you become very indecisive as a group. And we're seeing Reinhardt turn down some shots that they would normally take. Souza doesn't turn this one down, but it doesn't fall. 2 for $1. Jackson Souza can't get it to go. Blake Seitz trying to fight down low and draws a foul. Blake Seitz, Andre Pantlitz, 2 guys coming off the bench for Reinhardt that have done a nice job of giving them a shot in the arm and some energy. Right now, the Eagles need a little bit more than that shot in the arm. Currently 13 of 39 from the field, 33% as a group. A.J. Shaw leaning but can't get it to fall. Seitz gets fouled. Blake Seitz, another offensive rebound. He's going to have a chance to make good on it. Shooting 2 free throws. Seitz gets the first one to fall. 5 for the Eagles right now. Lau, Shaw, Seitz, Fullwood, and Fisher. That one doesn't go. Klakis bringing it across the timeline. Piquet with it in the corner, guarded by Lau. Watkins gets fouled. Ave Maria, again, came into this game ranked 15th in the country. And they're showcasing just why they are so highly touted entering this year's Canyon Classic. Terrific team defensively, plenty of ball pressure. That press has really made life hard on the Eagles just to get the ball up court. And then offensively, they have multiple guys that can make it rain from downtown. But this time, it's worked down low that goes for them. Alex Sherwood hitting the lay-in. The freshman, Arrail Jones, back into the game for the Eagles. Jones against Efforts. And Kai Fisher's open for three. Short. Sights almost another offensive board. Ave Maria trying to run. Efforts backs it up. Piquet inside. And the body contact here from Tucker Lau. 54-36. Reinhardt did a nice job again battling back at the end of the first half. But Ave Maria, like the veteran team that they are, a team that made it all the way to the NAIA National second round a season ago, calmly retaking control here in the second half. And another foul on the floor, this time against number 22, Blake Sights. A.J. Shaw is going to re-enter. Nakai Fisher will exit. The lob and the finish from Klakis. It seemed like nobody on Reinhardt's team was expecting that one, and Klakis delivering. Sights going in, finishing strong. That was good defense by Sherwood, staying vertical, but Sights was able to finish. And Sherwood responds in kind. The lay-in goes for Alex Sherwood. Lead back up to 20. 58-38, Reinhardt trailing big. Tucker Lau going to work against Klakis, but decides to give it back to Shaw. Fullwood's been quiet here in the second half. He had 8 in the first. Clock winding down for the Eagles. Jones, the floater, it doesn't fall. But Jones fighting for the rebound and the lay-in. Arrail Jones staying with it, following his shot and finishing. 58-40. Bennett hits Klakis in the corner. In and out. You gotta like what the bench has done for Reinhardt. Those guys have come in and really shifted the energy for them. Dylan Fullwood knocking down the mid-range jumper. He likes that little midi off the jab step. 6'7", able to knock it down. Lay-in goes for Alex Sherwood. Here goes that press for Ave Maria. This time Reinhardt able to break it. Jones, Euro, stepping, finishing. Arrail Jones inside. Reinhardt continuing to fight. They're down, but they're continuing to fight. Klakis loses it, and a foul. Reinhardt faithful, letting it be known that they did not agree with the call on the floor. 60-44, Reinhardt battling, but Ave Maria still firmly in control. Welcome back to the Brown Athletic Center here in Waleska, Georgia. The Reinhardt Eagles trailing against the 15th ranked Ave Maria Gyrenes. Gyrenes ahead 60-44. It was the long ball that got it going for Ave Maria. They went cold at the end of the first half, They've hit 2 threes here in the second. Clakus leaving it for Bennett. Clakus a 3. Can't get it to go. Clakus has been cold in this one. He's been trying to get himself going, but it just has not gone his way. Sights at the top of the key. Hits Jones. Jones attacking. And that's going to be too many steps. Ball will go back to the Gyrenes. Again, Reinhardt without the services of arguably their best player, number 3, T. Williams. T. Williams was first team All-AAC a season ago as Efforts returns to favor with a travel of his own. T. Williams was first team All-AAC last season, averaged 19 points and 6 rebounds. Eagles without his services today, definitely a massive loss. You couldn't have blamed the team playing without their best player, but they would have came very low energy, very lethargic, but Reinhardt has done a nice job of continuing to battle and fight in this one. But Ave Maria so far has just been too much for the Eagles. Shaw getting the screen from Sights. Shaw getting downhill. The lay-in goes for A.J. Shaw. 60-46, now Reinhardt's pressing. Rail Jones defending Jonathan Efforts. Efforts to Clakus. Efforts going to work now against Tucker Lau, posting him up, backing him down, and a foul's going to be called on the floor. Tucker Lau, again, Tucker Lau's going to battle in there. He's not the biggest guy on the floor, but you cannot measure the heart inside of the chest of Tucker Lau. Someone who over the course of his Reinhardt career has shown a penchant for really giving his all in those type of mismatch situations. Clakus, the spin, the hook shot doesn't fall. Clakus has not been able to get going offensively. Rail Jones straight up and in through the chest of the defender. Jones with the lay-in, 60-48. Lead has been cut to 12. Marlon Bennett working against Sights, and Bennett stops the bleeding. 62-48, and here goes that Ave Maria press. This time Reinhardt able to break it. Lau in the corner, all alone, no good. That would have blown the roof off the Brown Athletic Center. Bennett for 3, no good. Second chance. Watkins thought about a 3, behind the back, inside, and a finish. What a take by Jack Watkins. Jack Watkins showing off the bag there with the finish. Again, Reinhardt battling. Ave Maria still in control. 16-point advantage. Ave Maria out in front by 16. Ave Maria, they were up 40-20 at one point in that first half. And since then, the Eagles have been able to outscore the Gyrenes by 4. It was just such a difficult start for Reinhardt that you have to believe that that's been the biggest reason why they still find themselves trailing by as much as they are. Again, they have continued to battle, but that tough start has just been too much to overcome thus far. A.J. Shaw now going to work. Marlon Bennett at the point of attack. Horn set here for Reinhardt. Pantlitz entered into the game. Trent Cothran also in. 10 minutes and 46 seconds remaining. Reinhardt running out of time to find a way to get back into it. AJ Shaw going to work. Thought about attacking. Receives a screen from Cothran. Jones pulls. It's true. Arreo Jones knocks it down. Again, that bench has played phenomenal for Reinhardt. They have come in and injected life into this team. Multiple guys stepping up off the pine for the Eagles. The shot won't fall. Errant for Christian Piquet. Now 64-50. The lob, the score, and one more for Marlon Bennett. And that play was simple. I have a smaller defender on me, just throw it up where only I can get it. That's exactly what happens. Marlon Bennett finishing. Now every time Ave Maria finds themselves starting to lose some of their momentum, they always seem to make a play to extend their lead. Bennett finishes with the and one. 67-50, the Gyrenes out in front. Bradley Alcimi entered into the game for Ave Maria. Nakai Fisher back in for Reinhardt. That press still going to work for Ave Maria. Another turnover forced. The lay-in, Jack Watkins tried to switch hands but couldn't get it to fall. And a foul from Christian Piquet. 10 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. Ave Maria again out in front by 17. Reinhardt continuing to struggle against that aggressive pressing defense of Ave Maria. And their defensive system, very reminiscent of what Tony Bennett used to run at Virginia, trying to keep players out of the middle, pressing, forcing them into some difficult situations. They want to speed up the opposition. That's what it appears that Jamon Copeland's strategy has been, and it has worked to perfection throughout this game. Watkins falling down, and that's going to be too many steps. He lost his footing going to the basket. Official timeout here, 9 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. 67-50, Gyrenes. Reinhardt trying to battle against the 15th ranked team in the country. Right now the Gyrenes controlling this one. That press has been a huge difference maker defensively for Ave Maria. The Eagles struggling to get the ball across half court on multiple occasions. Those live ball turnovers very detrimental to a team trying to find their way offensively. But we see the downside of that aggression that Ave Maria has been showing already in the 1-and-1. 9 minutes and 29 seconds remaining, 17 fouls for Ave Maria. That will send Arreo Jones to the line. with a chance to bite into this Ave Maria lead. First free throw goes for Arrayo Jones. Both teams in the 1-and-1. Now under 10 minutes remaining. If Reinhardt's going to win this game, they're going to have to play desperate. They're going to have to play with some intensity defensively. They're going to have to try to force the issue. Arrayo Jones falling along with Alex Sherwood. This one will go to Sherwood. They're going to call the foul on Jones. Andre Pantlitz back into the game for Reinhardt. The 5 in the game for Ave Maria. It's Efforts, Sherwood, Alcimi, Klakis, and Watkins. The pass to Sherwood. What a pass, what a find, and what a finish. Sherwood with the dunk off a nice pass from Jonathan Efforts. Fisher hitting Jones. Again, that press making Reinhardt work just to get it across half court, and a 10-second violation forced by the Gyrenes. And you can tell the Eagles right now just struggling to find any type of consistent offensive rhythm. Much credit going to the defense of the Gyrenes. Sherwood thinking about taking it. He will. Posting up forward. Wide open Jack Watkins. It's true. Jack Watkins from downtown. Ave Maria now ahead by 21. Again, almost another turnover. Just a bit too aggressive there was Alex Sherwood. Nakai Fisher was caught up in that coffin corner. He was trying to find someone to deliver it to. He threw it into open space. Sherwood just a bit too aggressive. Reinhardt down big. The physical nature that Ave Maria has played with, they've been so intense. And the folks at home who do not have the chance to see the way that Ave Maria's coach Jamon Copeland is conducting himself on the sideline. Not saying he's doing anything wrong. He's just a very intense individual. You can tell that just by the way that he conducts himself. His team is a mirror image of him. That was a nice rejection by Cochran. Sherwood got it back and draws the foul. Copeland's been over there almost in a defensive stance on some occasions. He's telling his team, pressure the ball, get back. You can tell that the team is made in the image of its coach. Sherwood hits the first of 2 free throws. Now 73-51. 74-51. Gyrenes extend their lead to 23. Fisher picks up his dribble and moves his pivot foot. Too many steps called on Nakai Fisher. 74-51. At this point, it seems like ages ago, but going into the first half, Reinhardt cut the lead to single digits. It was a 9-point lead for Ave Maria, 42-33. It has been all Gyrenes here in the second half. Efforts, the long-range bomb, no good. Cochran with the board. Hit ahead pass to Souza. Fisher in the corner, thought about a 3. Trying for the lay-in, won't go, but a foul. Ave Maria started off on fire. They have slowed down considerably from beyond the arc. They're shooting 29% from 3. 9 of 31 as a team, but those 9 3-pointers, 6 more than the Eagles have been able to hit. That's such a difficult thing to try to overcome. Reinhardt outscored on the three-point line by 18 points, currently trailing by 22. Even though Ave Maria hasn't been able to find the long ball consistently, they're shooting the ball well as a team. 28 of 59, just under 48%. Meanwhile, Reinhardt right at 40%. They are 20 of 50 from the field. Klakis hits efforts. Now Reinhardt trying to press. Klakis leaves it behind. Souza scoops it up. Souza inside, can't finish. Fisher can't grab the board. Ave Maria now has numbers. Efforts knows it, but he's going to slow it back down. Inside, Efforts, D-Cells, Sights knocks it away. The ball will stay with the Gyrenes. (74-53). Reinhardt has been disjointed here in the second half. 7 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. Bennett for three. It goes. Marlon Bennett from downtown. 10th three of the game for Ave Maria. Fisher finds himself in the coffin corner once more. Shaw gets it. Hits it ahead to Cothran. Cothran loses it. It was knocked away by Daniele Russo. (77-53). Cothran wide open. Doesn't go. Bennett working against Jones. Euro step and finish. It goes for Bradley Michelle. Ave Maria, they just have so many guys that can put the ball on the floor and make a play. Aurelio Jones going to work. The hop step. Can't finish, but he's going to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Aurelio Jones off the bench. He's been nice for the Eagles in this one. 10 points. 3 of 7 from the field, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Make that 5 of 7 from the free throw line and 11 points. Every time he's entered for Reinhardt, he's giving them a shot in the arm. Can't get the free throw to fall. He's now 5 of 8 from the line. Bennett, Michelle. Bennett for 3. That was a heat check there. He hit one a few possessions earlier, tried to get another one to fall. Down to 6 minutes and 27 seconds remaining. (79-54). Ave Maria out in front. Cothran can't eat into the lead. Reinhardt once again without the services of T. Williams, returning first team All-AAC performer. It's been an uphill battle for Reinhardt in this one. Aurelio Jones drawing the offensive foul. Daniele Russo gets called for the offensive foul.
Second personal.
Jones has it. Hop step inside. A foul. Jones has been aggressive here in this game. Again, he's given this team a shot in the arm off the bench. He's up to 11 points so far. He's attempted 8 free throws. That just shows you how aggressive he's been. This will be free throw attempts 9 and 10 for him. A freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina. You would figure that his minutes are set to increase with the way that he's played off the bench. Somebody that you may see Coach Morgan go to a little bit earlier in games if he continues to play like this. Six of 10 from the line. Jones tried to go for the steal. We're going to get a double technical here. Referees trying to control this game. We're going to see Trent Cothran exit as well as Blake Sykes. Pantlitz and Fisher in for the Eagles. (79-55), Gyrenes in control, trying to put the finishing touches on their 4th win of the year. Reinhardt, massive risk of falling to 0-3. 3 ball. Count them all. It goes. Bradley Michelle. Ave Maria starting to heat back up from deep. Jones still being aggressive, getting downhill time and time again. This will be free throws 11 and 12 attempted by Rail Jones. It hasn't been perfect from Jones. No, it hasn't. He's had his moments. He's turned the ball over at times. He's 6 of 10 from the free throw line. You would love to see that improve. But just his aggression, being able to get the ball downhill, getting paint touches, definitely something to watch for as this season continues. Hits this free throw. Jones up to 13 points. He's Reinhardt's leading scorer. It's 82-56. Jones, a perfect trip from the line. Jones 8 of 12 from the free throw line. 82-57 is the score. The Gyrenes out in front by 25 points. Reinhardt, they're going to come back into this one and never say never. They're going to have to try to turn the Gyrenes over. They're in the press here, and they do just that on that possession, turning it over. It's Reinhardt basketball. You want that press to really get very aggressive on those ball handlers, trapping when they can. Dylan Fullwood back into the game for Reinhardt, joining Jones, Fisher, Pantlitz, and Lau. Jones for 3. It doesn't go. Piquet working against Fisher. Outside, passing it. The layup won't fall, and a blocking foul called on Rail Jones. Last season, the Gyrenes 25-7. The reigning Sun Conference champion. Made an appearance in the NAIA National Tournament, losing in the 2nd round. And when you talk to coaches about why they want to play these type of games, and I'm sure Coach Morgan of the Eagles would definitely agree with the sentiment, but these are litmus test games. These are games to see where you stack up against the best of the best in the country, an opportunity to see what you can do against some elite competition. Reinhardt, they've been trying to do it here as Fisher gets fouled. and the Canyons Classic, a tremendous opportunity for Reinhardt to be able to see some of the better teams in this region. Ave Maria, of course, 15th in the country. Dalton State, a team that Reinhardt will see tomorrow, 18th in the country. The first of our doubleheader was Dalton State against Johnson. Dalton State was able to come away with an 80-73 victory in what was a tremendous basketball game. But that's the team that Reinhardt's going to face off against tomorrow. Meanwhile, Ave Maria has a date scheduled with Johnson. Johnson now 1-1 on the year. Scratch that, 0-1 on the year. They're receiving votes in the top 25. Michelle inside, nice pass from Michelle. Alcimi can't get it to fall. Guys on the ground, Cothran can't control it. Ball remains in the hands of Ave Maria. Under 5 timeout here, 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. Gyrenes in command, up by 25. .82-57 is the score. The Ave Maria Gyrenes showing why they are a top 25 team, why they are a team that appears to be on the short list of one of the better groups in the NAIA. If you speak to Coach Jamon Copeland, he believes he has a team that can compete with the best of the best in the country. Right now, they are hammering the hometown Eagles. Lau now has it. On the run, Pantlitz with it. Euro gets it to go. The big man, Andre Pantlitz, with the lay-in. Michelle. The three. Hernandez knocks it down. First shot of the game for Pablo Hernandez. Fresh off the bench, knocks down a three. Ave Maria 13 of 36 from downtown. They've shown a willingness to shoot him, and they have the guys that can hit him. Inside, Cothran with the lay-in. Marlon Bennett being guarded by Jones. Bennett trying to get downhill. He believes he can get downhill against these Reinhardt guards. We've seen him do it. Has a size advantage in the post, finishes. Bennett's such a big guard. He's 6'4", and the Reinhardt guards just have not been able to keep him away from getting to his spots. Aurelio Jones looking for an answer. Lau from the corner, won't fall. Hit ahead pass to Mitchell Lee. Lee pulls up. It won't go. Cothran can't get it to go. Pantlitz follow, doesn't fall. Mitchell Lee, another one, won't go. Ball gets tipped away. Possession remains with the Gyrenes. 87-61. Pablo Hernandez from Franklin, Tennessee. Inside, can't get this one to fall. Hernandez, his first minutes of the game. Tucker Lau thought about taking that one. He will, and he'll hit it. Tucker Lau, the pull-up midi. This one a kickball from Arreo Jones. It's been tough sledding for Reinhardt in this one. Ave Maria regaining control after the Eagles cut the lead to single digits. Hernandez, the kick to Alcimi. Alcimi can't stay in bounds. And if you're Coach Richard Morgan, you use a game like this as a teachable moment. Show them the way that Ave Maria played, the way they played defense, the way that they battled on both sides of the ball, and say that this is the standard. This is what we should shoot for. It's good to be able to see games like these against teams like these because you know what you need to be able to do in order to reach that level. And the great thing about the Canes Classic is you get two chances to be able to make something happen. So the host institution, Reinhardt University, will face off against another ranked opponent, 18th ranked Dalton State tomorrow in the first game. The second game will be number 15, Ave Maria, doing battle once more, this time against the Johnson Royals, another AAC team. Inside Arreo Jones staying aggressive. Alcimi, turnaround J, it's good. Bradley Alcimi, the 6'9" senior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Lau loses it. Alcimi with it. He wants to try a three, and it goes. Bradley Alcimi, he's starting to feel it for Ave Maria. 13 threes have fallen for the Gyrenes. Fisher inside, he gets fouled. One minute and 1 second remaining in this one, 61 seconds left. Again, a game that just has not gone the Eagles' way. Was a total team effort from that starting group of Ave Maria. Watkins, Efforts, Sherwood, Bennett, all in double figures. Michael Klakis, one of their better players, as well as Jack Watkins. Jack Watkins showed up with 15 points. Michael Klakis was not able to get going. Only 4 points in this one. But with the way that Ave Maria was able to pick up the slack at other places, it did not matter much. It's 91-69. Number 5, Charles Reisman, entered into the game for the Eagles, the 6'2" guard from Gainesville High School. The boys from Florida, Ave Maria, adding another win to their total against the hometown Reinhardt Eagles. Reisman with it. First minutes of the game for Reisman. He's inside. That's going to be too many steps. 38 seconds remaining. Hernandez trying to go to work. Khalil Cook also entered into the game for the Eagles. Inside, Hernandez counted and one. Ave Maria finishing with a flourish here at the Brown Athletic Center. 93-69. Shot clock has turned off. We are in the waning moments of this one. The shot is short.
Sides at the line. 21.
Won't go from Blake Sites. 93-69. 18 seconds remaining. And that's going to be all she wrote, folks. Ave Maria dominant in their first game in the Canyons Classic. Game 2 overall for us here in Waleska. It was a great first day of basketball. Johnson fell short to Dalton State 80-73. Game 2, Ave Maria, the 15th ranked team in the country, making a statement 93-69 over the